Sounds fake.
Hi chat, welcome to Court of Swords, or rather, welcome to I'm Not Trying to Kill You, where we're playing the Court of Swords micro RPG. It's very confusing. Adam should come up with a different name for this game so that it doesn't sound like I'm trying to rip off JP. But hello, I'm Ash. I'm going to be GM tonight, and I have with me four destined travelers. Shall I get you to introduce yourselves and your characters? Is that a thing we're on? Cool. Emily, do you want to start?
Sure. Hi, I'm Emily. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I am an artist and a filmmaker. Sometimes I make art for games. Sometimes I make art of characters in games and things like that. In this game, I am playing Sinan. Sinan's pronouns are they, them. And Sinan is an orcish shaman. And very grey. All desaturated looking. Everything about them is grey, like they are covered in ash all the time, and they are quite softly spoken, and a little bit spook.
Cool.
Yeah.
Ash.
Hello, it's me. I'm an Ashley. My pronouns are she, her. I am a Twitch streamer. You can find me twitch.tv/AshleyNova, where I play basically just Stellaris at the moment.
It's good.
And today I'm going to be playing Nephthys, the Naga monk, who is a 15-foot long snake lady who just is tired of everyone's shit.
Legit, 100% legit. Nice.
We've discovered it's actually Sundere.
Yeah.
Yes.
Todd.
Hi, my name is Todd, he, him. I haven't quite gotten a streaming schedule set up, but I mod here, and that's what I do on the internet. Iago is a kobold or mogwai rogue, even though he doesn't do a lot of rogue stuff.
He does what he likes.
Yeah, in that way he is. But he used to work as a messenger, and now he's kind of more the group's diplomat. Tries to be.
Yeah. And Luke.
Hello, I am Luke. I apologize for momentarily appearing rude. I needed to get my tarot shit, because we're going to need that in just a moment. By day, I'm a professional GM for children. By night, I design games, and I am a cast member on role-playing shows like this one that you are watching right now. My pronouns are they, them. My character is a defiant lone raindrop. What is the word that Adam used to replace Kenku? I'm totally blanking. A Garuda.
Yes.
Hey, nailed it.
A white albino raven bird person who is who squatted in the roof above the great university in the city of Brass and learned wizardry, and now is best wizard in all of the world.
Sure. Well, yes. No one's going to tell them otherwise.
Yeah, exactly. They certainly Defiant Lone Raindrop would never contradict that fact.
Yeah.
And Defiant Lone Raindrop's pronouns are they, them.
Cool. And we need to do some bookwork for last week, because we didn't do all of our.
Ooh.
Oh gosh.
We didn't do Dharma.
Hush. No, we didn't. I'm going to get my tarot stuff as well.
Yep.
Yeah, because then immediately afterwards we need to redraw bonds.
Yep.
Because it's a new session.
Yep.
So we do new bonds?
Every session.
Yeah, because session 0 technically wasn't a real session, so the bonds carried over.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Yeah. So I was clever and I made lots of notes.
Oh, good job. Do you want to give us a...
Not readable.
I can't see any of them.
Yeah,
I mean, do we want to...
So we'll take your word for it.
yeah.
Do we want to... Does someone want to, like, explain to us what happened last time?
Not
Or, like, do we just want to leave that as a mystery? Like, do we just want to come in on these characters doing
like,
a thing? And,
yeah,
like,
legit. I mean, we're going to do that anyway.
Yeah, like, I kind of feel like we're leaning stylistically into that space
Oh, yeah, like, this... Yeah.
already.
Yep. I mean, that's definitely true.
Some things happened last session.
Yeah, some things happened. Defiant Lone Raindrop threw a tantrum. Nephthys did a foolish thing. Iago made a friend. Sunan was spooky.
Very spooky.
so basic.
And that's what you missed on Court of Swords.
That's... Yep.
Court of Swords micro RPG.
Yeah. Thank you, Todd. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is legally distinct from roleplay's Court of Swords.
What we need is, like, a name for, like, our group, like... Because I normally give them a season name, as well as...
Well, look, we're a group of people with this jar with someone's soul in it, and we're traveling up on a journey to go to heaven. So, like, towards heaven... It's already taken.
Oh. I was gonna say gateways to heaven, but maybe that's
We can't use that. We can't use the word heaven. We just can't fucking do it.
Yeah.
Is it a stairway that we're using?
Oh my god.
That's actually
the last episode.
The
That's
void
the void episode.
The void session is how we all learn about the power of rock and roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just call it like Ghost Jar. Ghost Jar.
Ghost in a jar.
What about if
What if we just went? What if we got super abstract and we like friends at the table
what's in the
this,
jar?
and we just called it 5 Journeys,
I like it. Done.
That's true.
Done.
That's
5
pretty
journeys
good.
It is.
named after the Friends at the Table episode 4 Conversations.
5 journeys with a ghost jar. No, I'm kidding.
5 journeys,
Yeah.
1 ghost.
At the end of each session,
Okay, but then each session has to be a journey song.
Oh dear.
all right.
The void session is definitely Don't Stop Believing.
Yeah.
No, stop.
You invited us here, Ash. You brought this into
I
your
can
life.
uninvite you. Okay, let's do our end of session stuff because I don't want to like take too long with this bookwork. Is all. When you illustrate your sign at the end of a session, mark Dharma. Who did it?
I did it. I threw a tantrum. I'm very fiery.
I used mental power to try and conquer the spirit world. I failed, but I did it.
Right.
You had a good go.
Yeah, I feel like pride is also kind of like a swords thing.
Oh,
and
yeah,
so like
Yeah.
the fact that you failed almost makes it more of an air thing to do.
I'm sorry, I missed the question because I was trying desperately to find the link for the PDF thing, and I failed again. I
will-
keep getting to do this.
Emily, did you
get it to
illustrate your sign?
To illustrate my sign, let me have a look. I think so. I think that happened. Because I'm Earth, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yes. So Earth is.
I feel like you were pretty pragmatic when you sacrificed that bull.
Yep. True.
And when you considered sacrificing the mother. I feel like that was pretty pragmatic.
Is that an Earth type thing?
I mean, I don't have the document in front of me, but based on tarot, yes.
Animals, home. I think home definitely. Mountains, strength, grounding, protection. Mm-hmm. So what's in the...
Protection. That definitely came up. Like, I was being very stubborn about letting Nephthys finish the process that we were doing with the vision and everything, and just sort of standing there and being like, everyone shove off.
Yeah, I mean, stubbornness as well feels very Earth.
How did you go, Luke? Todd. Did you illustrate your sign?
To solve the situation at the very start, when we landed in Nessus got caught in a trap and we had that short fight. I got everyone calm down. I got us the deal to talk to the shaman.
Yeah.
And then when Nephthys was caught in the spirit realm, I was trying to like talk her back down.
Yeah. Yep. Good job, Mark Dharma. Did you illustrate the desires and drives of your class, Mark Dharma?
I wanted really badly to talk to the shaman about magic.
I mean, yeah. Yep.
Yes, he did.
When fighting the kobolds, I did not dash headlong into battle. I was calm and collected and kept them at bay without harming them.
Yes, definitely.
I tried to make deals with ghosts primarily for the purpose of making deals with ghosts more so than any actual plot.
Fair. Yep.
It's so true.
Todd?
I don't think I was super rogue.
You didn't even murder anyone.
No, like I don't think I'll be like, I don't think this character would use the murder. They just know how to.
Oh, that's so scary.
Did you use the lying?
No, I was very straight because these were Mogwai.
Yeah, because they were.
It's true.
Yeah, you weren't roguey because it was with your own
It's
people.
legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were letting down the roguing tradition.
Yeah, but you were. But did you illustrate the patterns of your kin or culture?
That one, yes.
Yeah, take a dharma.
I wanted
did
to
not do
fly
that.
really badly
Yes,
because
you
I'm a
did.
bird.
Yep.
My character's very simple.
Neftis?
I've written something down for culture, but I don't remember what it's referring to.
What have you written down?
I've written relationship with master.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah?
But I don't remember how that's relevant.
That's your craft. That's
Yeah,
your
isn't that?
craft,
Oh,
not your
yes,
cultural
your
thing.
craft, not your
Yeah,
culture.
that's
Yeah, true. Oh wait, no, it is.
Culture would be like
It is.
being a
Oh, you meant the monastery. Fuck.
Monastery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
like
also we learned about your weird lying on the sand and sensing the vibrations thing.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a Naga thing we didn't fucking know about before.
Yeah,
which got you caught by a trap.
Which got you caught by a trap.
it did. It
Yeah,
wasn't
that's real
fun.
good. Cool, yep. And did you obey the precepts of your tarot bonds? Mark dharma for each obeyed.
No, we need to work on that one, Luke, that we've got. Because
I mean, it's gone. It's
we're
gone.
about to
It's
roll.
gone. We're about to redraw.
It's gone. Oh, cool. I just wasn't sure how to work it in. That was a
Yeah,
really...
it felt really
threw me
weird.
for a loop. Yeah.
I got Raindrop to bugger off and let me do the ritual instead of them.
That's true. You did. You did. Which means I surrendered the argument,
Yes.
so I get one.
Yeah.
John Harper was right. Power bottom is the most powerful RPG position.
Amazing. Thanks, John Harper.
Yeah, my favorite moment of game design history ever was John Harper and Andrew deciding
We can tell
kink
because you bring
metaphors
it up
and role playing
every single
It's
session.
good. It's good, fam.
Yeah.
It was a great conversation.
Definitely did my bond with Neptis.
Which is? Was?
Give your companion hope.
Yeah, good job. Alright,
Yeah.
cool. Well, if we've all marked dharma, then it is time to draw new tarot cards.
I have 8 Dharma, everyone.
Who wants to start?
I'm gonna be a
so
Shang-Chi
ready.
next lifetime already.
Yeah.
On the road.
Who's plan? Who wants to play first? Paul first.
I want to.
Okay.
Okay.
Who are you drawing a card for?
I would like to draw a card for Neftis.
Cool. Go for it.
How? Okay.
Draw a tarot card.
I can just draw one from my thing, can't I? But Luke will need to tell me about it.
I feel like it is
No,
not.
actually, fools do say we can do it for ourselves. That's true.
Well, and also like it's. I feel like it's not the intention of the game that it literally be a scene every time.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
a scene this time.
Cool. All right. Sweet.
So yes, I think we can just do it, right? Like,
Alright.
I will happily tell you about it so you can focus on actually drawing cards.
Cool. All right. That sounds good. That would be real cool. All right. Okay. Neftis. It is the Father of Pentacles. Or King of Pentacles. These ones have fathers and
Yeah.
mothers and whatever. But King of Pentacles.
King of Coins. is treat your companion to some luxury.
Yes, awesome.
The Father of Pentacles.
So that's
Steady. Entrepreneurial.
Nephthys.
The Father of Pentacles is a steady, gentle man. Upon first meeting, he can seem almost dull because of his extremely calm temperament. It's you. But underneath is an incredibly passionate man who prioritizes the stability of his job, family, and home. A true pleasure to know. That's nice.
That is nice. Cool. Okay, so the text was treat your
Companion to some luxury.
yes.
So that's for both of you towards each other.
We can treat each other to luxury and get Dharma for it. So into it. That's great.
So this is the spa episode.
I was about to say I was about to say the Opium Den episode since we're going to be in the Court of Coins. But like, sure.
Yes, also great. Okay.
Shit,
Should I
you
draw
can go
one
to
for
the
someone
Temple
else?
of the Lovers and get a fucking massage together.
Get a
That would be dope as hell.
massage.
Todd, you're
Yes.
Nice.
Emily, who are you doing next?
That's nice. I will draw one for Iago next.
Okie dokie.
Sounds good.
Okay. It is the Seven of Cups.
Cups. I was already open to it. That's how good I am at this.
Nice.
Illusion.
Cups is encourage a flight of fantasy in your companion. Convince them to embrace the unrealistic.
Illusion and deception. The Seven of Cups is not the most welcomed card. It indicates you'll face temptation in many aspects of your life. Whether it's cheating for pleasure or for money, you'll soon realize you've been building a house of cards. You may feel as though you can't see clearly, can't judge right from wrong. This is the spell of the Seven of Cups.
Okay. Encourage a flight of fantasy in your companion. Convince them to embrace the unrealistic. All right.
could this
That
possibly
sounds
go
really
wrong?
interesting.
Especially if we're like in an opium den.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, this episode is shaping up to be a fucking disaster. It's gonna be a train wreck.
Oh, wow.
The Opium Den is in a train.
I mean, sounds great.
Yeah.
I'm very
No,
on
that
board.
would be the court. That would be the city of Brass.
I'm very on board. This train. All right. Define the
that one?
raindrop. Let's find out. It is
Major Arcana.
Four of Cups. No,
Ah.
it's Four of
Oh,
Cups.
the Four of Cups is it's a bad one too.
It's a bad one, yeah.
The Four of Cups, greed, discontent. An outsider would look upon your life and see supportive relationships, pleasures, and even a bit of luxury. But you don't see it that way. Instead, there's discontentment, apathy, and even greed for more. The Four of Cups warns you not to take your situation for granted, nor the people who supported you along the way.
So the Four of Cups is encourage your companion to be dissatisfied with what they have.
Oh,
Amazing. Wow.
Emily, you are gonna get it's gonna be so fucking easy for you to get done with this
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
I know, right? And same. Like, if you just tell me I don't have enough money, I'll be like, you're right.
Oh, you don't have enough like spirit bullshit. I'll just be like, get more spirit nonsense.
Yeah, exactly. Someone didn't pay you for your work, or you didn't get what you deserve, and I'll be like, you're right. Yep, that's
Absolutely right.
Time to burn it down.
Time to burn it down.
Cool. Alright, I'm done.
All right. Who wants to go next?
I can draw for Nephthys and Raindrop.
Do it.
Yes, I'm excited.
The Knight of Wands.
Ooh.
This is a card of action, adventure, and fearlessness.
Yeah, we're gonna go on an adventure.
Convince your companion to follow a passion or ideal.
Oh,
That one's gonna be super
that's
easy.
nice.
That's cool.
Hey, you want that thing? Go get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Go on, go do the thing.
That's all you have to do for Raindrop.
Yeah, all you have to do is when Sunan tells me to be dissatisfied with my thing and go get another thing, be like, yes, you should do that.
And do you want to draw one for Iago as well?
Yeah, I can do that. Draw a card. It is the 7 of coins, which is reversed in my app. This is a
coins. Sorry, go ahead.
This is card that stands for working without results, distractions, and lack of rewards. But that's the reversed.
Yeah. So the 7 of coins, it's like Dharma trigger is show your companion patience when you otherwise would not.
Ooh.
Excellent.
And then I'll draw for
Sounds good.
myself in Raindrop.
What's it gonna be?
The 10 of coins.
Ooh, that's a bad one.
No, that's good in this situation.
It's actually not that bad, I don't think.
Aren't all the
Represents-
10s just garbage?
No, they're not.
Represents the culmination of life's journeys. There's a sense of fulfillment that usually results from hard work
It's not so bad,
in
actually.
all of life's facets. This is the end of the path, and it is full of joy.
Yeah, 10s are all like ends of ends of things, which when it's the swords
Sometimes.
is extremely bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swords
and
bad.
wands are both pretty,
Yeah.
Yeah, so the trigger is encourage your companion to spend their money on something responsible.
Which will be hilarious if we were in an opium den on a train.
I know. Speaking of
You
Ash,
need a little bit, Raindrop.
Yeah.
Just you don't need to buy all of the opium.
speaking of Ash, do you want me to draw 2 cards to frame the episode again, or
No.
do we have enough with the opium den on a train?
I mean, yeah, it seems like you've already pulled. So we open on mist-ringed mountaintops. It's a traditional southern Chinese, like Guangzhou, watercolor painting, and we have a mountain coming out of a mist, a sea of like mist and cloud below. There are it's got lots of like mosses and grasses growing on the bits that aren't very vertical. There are paths winding along the outsides that are and then little wooden bridges connecting the different mountains and the different paths. There are trees that grow out at strange angles, attempting to get the sunlight as best they can and avoiding as much of the shadow of the mountains around them. And occasionally birds fly up from the trees and circle around, but they tend to not fly as high as they would otherwise because it's already pretty like sparse up here as it is. Halfway up one of these mountains, there is a caravan. A single caravan cart, wagon. And inside there is there are 4 adventurers. There is a jar, a hookah, sitting in a large glass receptacle sitting in the middle of the caravan, and then on the other side of a table is a demon or something like one. A stone figure with I think this is probably similar looking to Sunan, but much more emphasized, like much more much like bigger tusks, heavier set jaw. This stone figure, all of their clothes have like big gaudy beads on them and all of these sorts of things, and he sits there on the other side smoking a pipe that fills the caravan with the oily, thick, tarry smoke of opium. And he leans back and he says and he looks to Nephthys and he says, "Well, What is it that you will pay with? Heaven is in what's what I'm looking for? Impriceable? Invaluable. Heaven itself is invaluable. If you would send your master there, if you would have me send him there, I will need at least an emperor's ransom.
Holy shit, it's grasping hands. I know it's not grasping hands. It's just really reminding me of grasping hands. Just need to get that out.
Nephthys looks around at her companions and says, "We have journeyed long and hard to find this pathway. We will pay what is required."
It's like, good. Come back to me when you have it. The boatman takes the coin before he sets foot on the water.
I like the fact that we're just like, yes, we'll do that, and we're all in a move.
100%.
It's not moving. This cart this cart doesn't, like, effectively, as far as you can tell, doesn't move.
Oh, okay. It's like permanently set, like
Yeah.
braked. Yeah, on the side of the mountain somewhere. Okay, got it.
As far as
So
you
it's,
can tell.
it's like his little shop.
Yep.
Raindrop is not paying attention to any of this. Raindrop has their head stuck, like, they didn't even open the curtains, their head is just stuck, like, through the curtains, out the window. And they're just, like, staring out at these, like, piney, forested mountains, and, like, breathing deeply in the air. And, like, it smells almost like the Shulin Valley. And so they're just, like, experiencing a deep moment of, like, bird-like nostalgia for the home that they never knew.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could I just roll mind to know what this, to have an idea of what this creature wants?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I mean, it might go badly, but then fun things will happen.
So like to know what the definition of like. Oh god! So you're trying to like intuit what his definition of like a king, an emperor's ransom is.
Yeah, and like you see like we see Nephthys like squinting her eyes and like trying to read him, and he likes, I will make it very clear for you. I require coin and plenty of it, or something of equal value. I do not want that which could be obtained by any man. No peasant working could ever in his lifetime hope to achieve what I expect for my services.
So all we need to do is find a single platinum coin, and we're set.
Well, the thing I was gonna see is he wearing anything? Is there something in his cart that seems like it's a prized object of his? Like something on his person?
I mean, that sounds like swords.
What's that?
That sounds like mind.
Okay.
Oh, you're observing.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Everything in his cart appears to be like facsimiles carved of stone. Mm-hmm. So like he's got like he's got like a pot plant that is carved from stone, and like it shows the marks, the like maker's marks, right, like of like of the carving, and so does he. But yeah, everything in here, there's nothing in here that is that has its own value apart from being exquisite carving?
I have a question. And this is sort of like a kind of a meta question, but I wonder if in this area that we're in, I have heard about, but maybe not shared with the group yet, if I've heard about someone who either has died recently or is about to die, whose family is very wealthy, but I haven't told the group yet because there is something about that job that would be really risky to do.
I mean, yeah, that sounds like a role to like.
Because like if we're talking large amounts of money suddenly, like
that sounds again like a mind roll.
Okay. Let me see.
To know about something.
Yeah. Okay.
To complete the circle, Ash, I also have a mind roll I would like to make. Let me finish first.
We all just think really hard.
Yeah, it's the Earth episode, and we're all going air as fuck. How could this go wrong?
Yeah.
5. Oh, yeah. 5. Well, we're getting slightly. 5 is okay.
It's not a 7 to 9.
It's a miss.
No, you're right. It's still...
I think.
Wait.
Sacrifice.
I have a thing. I could sacrifice a thing and treat a missed roll as a 7 to 9. Okay.
You're gonna spend a Dharma?
No, this is the shaman
No,
special.
this is
the shaman special.
This is shaman special. Sacrifice. If you perform an appropriate sacrifice, treat anyone missed roll as a 7 to 9.
What are you gonna sacrifice?
I'm just trying to work out what the narrative is here, because I feel like because this isn't necessarily narratively a role to know about the thing. Oh my god. This isn't necessarily a role to know about the thing. Or well, maybe it is, but it's kind of retrospectively.
Yeah, like what did you have to sacrifice to learn about this object?
To learn about it, yeah.
Like flashback to 3 weeks ago when you heard about this and it was a miss, and you sacrificed something to make it 7 to 9. What did that look like?
If we're talking sacrifices, then I heard it from a ghost. And I think I think I heard it from a ghost, and I had to promise the ghost that if I took the job, I would enact its revenge. It like wants revenge on somebody. That's not quite a sacrifice.
Yeah, I don't know that a promise is a sacrifice.
It's not.
Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to work out. I feel like there's something that I like am giving that I don't want to give. That should be.
I think we're maybe not reading sacrifice literally enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like it is meant to be like it has to be given in the moment, and it is like it is like you slaughter an animal, or like you chop off your hand, or like you give away a chunk of your memories, or like
it's just in this
like a very
case,
concrete thing.
Yeah, it's just in this case, it's like if it were an animal, it requires literally nothing of me as a player, because I just go, yeah, cool, I had a cow, I killed it, and then that was it. Like it doesn't
You'd have to mark off.
carry.
You'd have to at least mark off the thing in your inventory.
I don't really have.
Yeah, it'd be like spend some coin to get the cow.
I don't think I have any coin, do I? I don't think
I
we
mean,
have.
it's Blade's inventory, right? Like if it's an empty slot, it isn't anything yet.
Yeah. Okay. I keep forgetting that that's how that works. I mean, yes, I can do that. I don't know.
Cows are your specialty.
Apparently.
I mean, look, I don't know. I kind
I
of
don't know.
want.
It just seems really boring.
I don't literally
Definitely
want
don't
you to
have a
chop off a
cow
finger,
up
but
here.
I kind of want.
Like fictionally,
I have one.
you did not bring a cow up here, right?
I have. Can I? I have a thing.
Yeah.
What if you had to give away, like, at least for a time, like your good health?
Oh.
So you're like sickly and like struggling to cope with the high altitude, and like you've got like a bit of a cough.
I mean, I
So
think
like
that's
mechanically like a tick or two of harm, right?
Yeah.
Like,
like the ghost took some of my essence.
Yeah.
it stole your breath.
Yep.
I like it.
I like it.
Yeah.
And until
Yeah.
it's done with it, you're gonna be like breathless and like.
Yep.
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 Yeah.
Take a harm.
Cool.
Cool.
I like it.
I like it.
You should be whatever harm gets you to. I am merely winded.
Yeah, because it's a pun. I get it.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think like you had a mind roll that you wanted to, didn't you? Like,
I did.
Yeah, I would
Here's
like to see
my
Luke.
mind roll.
Do that.
I would like to see Luke's mind roll.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've already basically seen it, right? Like Raindrop is hanging out the window. I'm picturing Ash. I don't know about you. I'm picturing it's raining, like just like a drizzling,
Yeah, a drizzle. Yeah.
kind of like rain out of the low-hanging clouds, and so Raindrop's like feathers are slightly like damp and like sticking up at weird angles and like matted to their head, and they're just like leaning out and just like breathing in this like air that almost smells of home, and just like looking around and like trying to commit everything to memory, and like they can see magic. And so my question is there a raging beacon of magical energy such as might, you know, in a game like Dungeons and Dragons indicate the location of a dungeon or a dragon, I'm not picky,
Yep.
that I see in our surroundings that could then be plundered for some priceless magical bullshit?
Best roll for it.
Yep. Gonna roll with my mind.
I'd like to state we probably don't want priceless magical bullshit. We want magical bullshit that is definitely worth a definitive.
Didn't he say an emperor's ransom or like something I could never get anywhere else? Wasn't that his other thing? Like,
Yeah.
a
So
totally unique
here's the thing. I
think
think
it's priceless.
I think
Yeah.
Nephthys. I think the thing that you did. Cool. All right. Nephthys.
Raindrop is very good at swords.
You did fail Nephthys, but I think he's. No, I'll come back to this. 14. You're looking for magical bullshit.
I'm looking for magical bullshit. I'm always looking for magical bullshit. Ash, it's my character, and also just me as a person. But
Yeah. Caravan very magical, specifically him.
yeah,
Specifically
Yeah, not
him. He's very I'm just letting you know, right?
yeah.
'Cause
So
you
I can see
rolled-
there's some spooky shit in him,
Yeah, exactly.
and he's like, I'm guessing he's super yin,
I've got to check that. I think you're
dark,
right.
impassive, still cold, water and earth.
He's
Yeah.
also he's also reeks of, like, if we're talking D&D terms, transmutation and conjuration. He should be able to make anything. Right? Like,
Okay, so
he
has
should
he
just
something he
be able-
can't make for himself?
Right? Like, why is he asking for coin? That's a weird thing. There's probably some extra catch to do with that. But as far as things around here, on a 14, I think you definitely somewhere down below the mist line, there is a magical creature, beast of some kind that
So
is
it's mobile as opposed to like
well,
stationary.
it's actively currently doing magic.
We've all got terrible soul stats. This is excellent news.
Yeah. So, so, and like something that is like not wide but deep, not something big but serious.
Do I get the impression of like yin or yang?
This creature I think is yang.
Yep. And do I are we like in very broad terms? Are we talking like a god of heaven? Are we
No.
talking a god of earth? Are we talking like a dragon type thing? Are we talking like?
that kind of scale.
Yep. Cool. Okay. I'm very excited.
Great. So are we gonna find Stone Man a wife? Is that because
Oh shit! I'd like to cast a spell. I'd like to cast a spell.
Okay, let's do your prep first.
Yeah, let's prepare my spells first, and then I think I'd like to cast a spell. I think it's a good spell. Heck yeah!
Oh, wow.
Also,
All you do is
also, even though we might chase that lead, I would like to know, because I'm going to assume that 7 to 9 consequence on the mind roll that I did is the thing about the job that makes it really risky. What is that?
There's a weird, spooky, magical creature involved.
So
That would be great.
That would be good. That would be good.
Incorporation.
Reincorporation.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ash, how is this weird, spooky, magical creature the complication for the job that I want to do?
Is the
How's this?
creature trying to eat take the hun of this person who's dead?
Don't know. Ash?
the job
That's a suggestion.
is to put to rest the I think it is the page of a local village. Yeah, I think it's
Well, these pages keep dying.
No, okay, yeah, it's the queen of a local village. The problem is they don't know where she is. That's why they're assuming she's dead.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. And was it like a situation where she was she like taken and is missing and presumed dead, or is it like she was about to die and then was taken? Like how sure? In what way are they sure that she is going to be dead?
She was not well. She was very not well when, but like no one really knows what with, because she just like took to her room and would see no one.
Okay, and then at some point she just disappeared from her room.
Eventually someone like went into like, because like people would take her food, and then one day they went to take her food and she wasn't there.
Got it. Okay.
And like this is like the queen of like a wealthy town, but not like huge. So there's coin and not a shortage of it, but it's also, it's still it's a what's the word I'm looking for? Moderate, a modest fortune.
Of course.
Okay.
So yeah, at some point, sort of as we're all kind of coming out of the caravan, except Raindrop, who is already outside the caravan, I got the impression. So as we come out, I kind of say to everyone, but like sort of addressing Nephthys, I hadn't mentioned it, but I heard about a job. It maybe wouldn't be enough, but possibly. It's a bit. Well, it's not the usual pattern, though. The person who's dead is also missing.
So what if they're not dead?
I shrug and I like kind of like give you a little smile and I say, that could be fixed. And like I'm mostly joking.
Mm-hmm. And is this when we notice that Raindrop has just not been paying attention to anything whatsoever and is staring intently somewhere in the mist?
This is the point at which Raindrop becomes so invested in what they're looking at out in the mist that they tumble out the window of the caravan. Like they tip past the balance point and they just like fall. And then immediately like spring up, and I would like to spend one hold and cast a spell.
Yes.
I would like to cast the fivefold conjuration of the guidance of 8 trigrams.
Great.
Fantastic.
Lucky you
I'd like to
prepared
speak.
it. Lucky you prepared
Lucky that I prepared it this morning. I'd like to speak just for a moment. My favorite thing about the way that magic works for wizards is that in order to do anything sustained, it becomes super fucked up and risky because you have to change yourself. Right? Like, there's no ongoing spells. You just have to be like, a spell to change me so that this thing is now true. So, here is what this spell does. It changes me to have a magnet-like sense of orientation towards a piece of magic I can sense.
Cool.
Yeah. So now, like a magnet, I can just sense the direction of this thing
Yes.
that is spooping around in the mist.
Mm-hmm.
Are you
Nice.
okay, Raindrop?
Yeah, and so Raindrop. God, what does this spell look like? I think the spell they pull out like a bunch of yarrow sticks. It involves like a whole bunch of yarrow sticks, and they like take them in their hand and like breathe on them and spit in them and like hold them like close until they take on some of their like body heat, and then toss them into the wind. And instead of just like scattering in a like weirdly coherent manner, they like flow until it's like one yarrow stick, and then like 1 li down the mountain we see like a second yarrow stick, and then 1 li down the mountain we see a second yarrow stick, and like for a moment they form this like bridge between me and the direction I sense this thing, and then all like catch fire and burn to ashes in a moment, and then like the spell is done.
What does this look like? Like, how if someone were to look at you, how would they know that you have cast such and such as 8-fold trigrams?
The 5-fold conjuration of the guidance of 8 trigrams.
Yes.
Yes.
How would they know that you cast this if they looked at you?
I think there is now in the middle of my little bird chest, where everyone can always see it because I don't wear a belt to keep my robes closed. There is like a trigram, like a I Ching, like hexagram, trigram pattern.
Yep. Yeah, definitely.
Like on my chest.
Yep.
And I think it is never quite the same when you next look at it. Like it rotates.
Because like you know how when you have like one-way velvet and you like brush it and people like right. It like your feathers blow in some strange wind to always
and it, like,
make this like point in the direction of the thing that you're searching for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel it like in my heart. I can feel where the thing is.
Yep.
Yeah, and so I think everyone like, I think as Iago like comes out to see, sticks his head out to see if Raindrop is okay. Like he sees the casting of this spell.
Yeah,
I think we're having this conversation outside of the caravan as well. Like, I think we've maybe come to stand outside while we talk.
Yeah, so,
And I turn and I look at everyone.
yeah,
very
Nephthys looks at
pleased with myself.
Sunan and is like, do you have any idea what this is about?
I look very and I hold up my hands and I waggle them in like a fake magic-y gesture, and in the voice of the quartermistress I say, "No one makes cheese like us."
And
I like in answer to Nephthys's question, I literally just like gesture at like Raindrop, like
Yep.
that.
It's by Raindrop being themselves.
Okay.
And then,
Great.
And then to Raindrop, I like gesture at like your chest, and I say, what does that do?
And I say to you in your voice, "I've heard of that kind of magic." And then I like kind of like straighten my shoulders, like play with the hems of my 1,010 Canterhague fashion school robes, and puff out my little bird chest. And I open my mouth, and the voice of a lecturer from the great university starts to come out, and it's just like the beginning of the 3-hour-long lecture in which I learned that spell. And I just start like verbatim to recite it to you, and I probably get like
Yeah.
2 minutes in before you all get impatient.
As soon as the lecturer voice,
Not even 2 minutes in.
before the lecturer, as soon as the lecturer voice comes out, Nephthys starts like slithering over to you and just like clamps your beak shut.
And And I like let out like a muffled, like outraged
the lecturer
squawk.
voice. I love that all of you are very familiar with the lecturer voice.
Well, like the many lecturers, because there were many lecturers,
voices.
right? I learned my craft from many people.
Yeah.
And I let out this like muffled squawk, and my feathers kind of puff a little, and I like kind of like huff, and like like the air goes out of me, and I look up at you as the "May I please talk again?"
Succinctly, which is probably a word that Nephthys can't actually say properly.
Succinctly.
Yes.
I also think it's not necessarily a word. I don't think it's a word that anyone at the Great University ever said, so I don't think Raindrop knows what it means.
I think, yeah, I sort of like make a point of being like as short as possible.
At this point, Iago like turns up his coat, like brushes all the raindrops off him, like lights up a pipe that he's got, and like he's puffing on that to keep warm.
Spit it out, Raindrop, before we all turn to dust.
I pick up a pebble from the road. Where is Pebble?
I like look at
In your hand.
yeah, in your hand. We all say like in your hand.
Yeah, and I nod like delight. I'm like, yes, exactly. And then I hold my hand. I put it inside, but like I hold the robe to cover the pebble, and I say, "Where is Pebble?"
And I look at the and I'm like, wow, wizards really are clever, aren't they?
Oh.
Where is Pebble?
In your robe, Raindrop.
You cannot see, but you know. And then I turn, and we get a very dramatic shot. There's like a swoosh of wind, and so like my cloak like billows behind me, and for a moment I look like very majestic and magnificent as I do this turn, and then like it billows like all the way over, and now it's like hanging over the top of my head, and I'm like squawking and like trapped in my own robes, and like and like
You're getting wet.
And I managed to extricate myself looking incredibly rumpled and like, disgruntled about this. And I resume my dramatic pointing pose. And I'm like, magic down there. Now, Raindrop knows. Can't see, but know.
You can take us to the magic thing.
Mm-hmm. That way. And I point like exactly like dead straight the right direction that we need to take.
Yeah, so Nephthys says, okay, Raindrop, but that's a cliff. We can't go that way.
I think Raindrop reaches inside their many pockets of their many sleeve pockets and pulls out. It's not even a real magnet, a real compass. It's like a weird magical one that doesn't actually. It's not actually like for compassing.
Like the thing you want the most.
No, it's weirder than that. But anyway, they point it out, right? And it's like the visual metaphor is clear enough, right? Like it's a compass, and then Raindrop is like,
"Oh,
no, I understand how compasses work, but you can't just point off a cliff."
And then Raindrop just like huffs and is like duh, like that's how a compass works, Nephthys. I don't need you to explain it to me. I am the compass now. I know I have compass wise. I got like fucking G7 compass wise. Raindrop is not familiar with the hot circle, but like that is what they would be thinking.
And then you put away the compass that points towards your sorrow.
Yeah, exactly, right. I'm just like I don't need this right now.
So
it totally points to exactly where the Shulin Valley is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like look out into the forest, sort of where you pointed. I'm assuming there's forest down there, like below the mountains.
I mean, probably down in the bottom of the mountains is like below the mist is it gets pretty marshy.
Okay. So yeah, I point down kind of where you were gesturing, and kind of like narrowed my eyes as though like I could see whatever the thing was that you were pointing out, and then I'm like, well, if we're gonna find it, I guess we'd better start going the long way.
And
I have been like very out of breath the whole time we've been going up the mountain, and like I haven't said anything about it. I think like I am more out of breath than everyone else, but I guess everyone just assumes that it's like the altitude.
Yeah, you're like big and you have a lot of blood to move around. I'm like, it's the altitude. Cool. Yeah, and I think Raindrop, this is the point at which we realize that Raindrop is not completely scatterbrained and was paying like some kind of attention to what was going on inside. And Raindrop is like, Raindrop opens their mouth and makes the sound of like coins. It's for like I don't know, like someone's bought a thing in the Great University once or whatever, right? Like it's just the sound of like coins like falling on other coins, and then it shifts to.
As soon as you do that, and I think this happens all the time, as soon as you do that, like you see Sunan like sort of involuntarily kind of like perk up.
Where's the coins?
Coins.
Yeah, and so like they make this noise, and then the noise
just Raindrop again.
abruptly changes to the sound of pebbles like being dropped on one another in a similar manner, and then they point back at the caravan, and they're like, big magic. Strong magic. The conjuration of noble metals is not difficult given the right alchemic reagents. Make money. Don't need money. Lying about coin. And then they point back down in the direction. They're like, and again, like his voice comes out and it's like, something priceless, beyond a king's wrath, blah, 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 an invaluable treasure.
You're saying
And then they stand there looking very pleased with themselves.
I sort of like take a step closer to you and I say in a low voice, are you saying our friend in the caravan is lying and doesn't need money?
And I mimic I mimic the gestures of like a street conjurer, right? Like I reach behind your ear, and like right, and I make the sound of like a single coin, and then the sound of like delighted children laughing, and then I like rub my hands together, and there's the sound of just like coins like tumbling in great profusion to the floor.
I love the fact that you don't pick a coin from behind their ear, you just make the sound of one.
I don't know how. Sleight of hand isn't on my skill list. I'm not a rogue.
Yeah, but you're a wizard.
I just
you
lived
could
in an attic
literally have made a coin behind their ear.
I could, but like that would be wasting a spell.
I know.
Yeah, that's a lot of effort.
Yeah. But making 1,000
coin noise. That's easy.
Making 1,000 cheeses is not a waste of a spell.
Well, I was angry then. My judgment was clouded by my fire sign.
All right.
But yeah, so I'm also kind of like watching Sunan with like a slightly mischievous twinkle in my eye because I know what the sound is doing to them. I know.
So Nephthys says, do you not think it immoral to lie oneself into heaven?
Nephthys, they are not lying about getting into heaven. They're lying about the price to get into heaven for us.
Also, and I think you say this while Raindrop is still considering, and then Raindrop holds up a finger to be like, no, I'm done thinking, and I figured out the answer. And then in Iago's voice, they say, no.
I say to Nephthys, I think Raindrop is suggesting that our caravan friend is, for some reason, telling us to get money for him when actually he doesn't want that. And I'm kind of like frowning a bit, like as I'm explaining, I'm sort of like, this is a weird story, and I'm kind of looking back to Raindrop.
And I start, and I'm doing like the bird nods. I'm just like, yep, that is correct.
And so then I'm just sort of like, maybe Raindrop is worried about a trick. Maybe we should talk about this while we walk. And I kind of like raise my eyebrows like toward the caravan, even though like we're talking in a hushed voice. I'm like, maybe we should speak about it while we're moving.
So I think.
I know what Raindrop says.
Mm-hmm.
It's the beginning of a fairy tale. It's like from like a street, like just outside the great university. They once heard like a common storyteller like telling tales to a group of children for like a copper, right? Like a copper a story. And this story begins. It's like, once there was a great king of the court of coins who had been blessed, and who had lived a long and virtuous life. And for his just rule, he was blessed with heaven, with the power to make wealth wherever he went. And so, but this, he lost all purpose in his life. For what need of money has a man whom wealth follows everywhere? And that's like the opening, like, strain of the story. And they just say that, and then look at Nephthys and just kind of shrug. And then they just turn around and start jauntily walking off down the mountain.
Your friend's name probably has like an honorific associated with it. So they're probably the I think they're probably just called like Hermit Fan Fong.
Is this the person in the caravan?
Yeah.
Right.
Are they? I've got to ask the obvious question: are they a cultist of the Hermit? Are there any signs of that? Like Adam's given us a world with very specific connotations. I've got to ask.
Not specifically, no. I think you probably saw something to do with the Hermit in there, but
interesting.
Oh, I know what you saw. You saw a small statue of a turtle holding open palms out and grinning up with small horns, small antlers.
Awesome.
I think we should go to break as you walk down the mountain.
Mm-hmm. Mountain!
Alright, let's take a break. We'll be back shortly.